Hey everybody, Off the Mic Sports Network here, another edition of Off the Top Rope. So reacting to SmackDown, kind of just a little nondescript, hype video package for one of the matches that's going to happen on Saturday, WrestleMania Saturday. So 8 days from this recording that we're doing, it'll be April 19th from Las Vegas Allegiant Stadium. It is Jade Cargill versus Naomi in just a hotly contested grudge match. To also just we want to talk about representation and people want to make Triple H out to be a racist. We've got a non-title women's match with two black women. So if you all you people trying to call Triple H racist, go fuck yourselves. Triple H built this storyline, and I got to give a credit to the two women involved. This is going to be a big match for Jade Cargill. But I want to talk about Naomi for a second because she has been fucking fantastic since this heel turn. And she's been great, really, for a long time. I think largely underrated and largely underappreciated. And she did a lot of great work in her first year back since coming back at the Royal Rumble back in 2024. But since this heel turn, and she was revealed to be the attacker for of Jade Cargill, and it led to this match that's going to happen on WrestleMania Saturday, Naomi has really shined. She had the great moment and the great promo revealing herself to Bianca Belair. She's had a couple of great back and forths with Jade and a couple of good hype video packages. She's leaned into the caution tape and her being kind of like a hazard. So it's great. So I don't know what's going to happen at WrestleMania. You could make the argument that Jade should win. You could make the argument that Naomi should win. But I'm going to guarantee one thing. In 2025, Naomi is going to be the women's champion. She's going to be whether it's the women's world championship or the WWE women's championship, Naomi is going to be champion. Here's why. It is so clear as day to me who she's going to win women's Money in the Bank. She is going to win the women's briefcase. It's long overdue. She deserves it. It fits her as a heel. And, whether Bianca Belair is holding that and they're not aligned with each other, or, hey, Tiffany Stratton wins the match against Charlotte and she cashes in on Tiffany. Whatever happens, Naomi is going to be a champion in 2025. It's clear as day because this woman has earned it. She had a couple of runs back in 2017 when she, at the height of her glow gimmick, and that's kind of been forgotten. She's been thrown into a lot of random tag teams and been a background character, but she has really shined here. And a lot of people thought that she was the afterthought when her and Sasha Banks, Mercedes Moné left. She went to TNA. She shined there. She was a Knockouts champion. She has come back and become a central figure in this women's division. I am so, so, so happy that Trinity Fatu, known as my Naomi, is getting this platform, getting this opportunity to shine in a big time singles match. Let me say this, a non-title women's singles match. That never happens. When women's matches were happening, usually they would have these weird stipulations or the Vince fetishes, like, the bra and panty stuff, or you would be throwing them into like random 6-woman tags and the divas would be thrown together. Like, there hasn't been non-title singles matches that are actual grudge matches. That is a testament to the heat that this feud has been built on. And, a lot of what the equity and a lot of what people have thought of Naomi in this community for a long time. Because everybody knew her from Total Divas. Everybody knew she was Jimmy Uso's wife. But she is, and she was on that first women's season of NXT. She was a Funkadactyl. This has really been fantastic to see, and I'm so thrilled with everything that she has done since this heel turn. Even the selling when she was attacked in the Elimination Chamber was outstanding. That promo with Bianca was amazing. Listen, I don't know how this match is going to go, but I am going to tell you with absolute freaking certainty that Naomi is going to be women's champion in 2025. It would be an absolute failure if WWE did not capitalize on this. It just, to me, like, you look at the landscape of people who could win women's Money in the Bank, she is really the only option right now outside of Roxanne Perez. That's it. Those are the only two names that I could fundamentally think of that are off the top of my head potential winners of the women's Money in the Bank briefcase. You could probably come up to me with names after Mania, and I could maybe revisit this depending on who gets called up from NXT And, there's going to probably be a whole bunch of NXT women that are going to move up to the main roster. Julia, Stephanie Vaquer, like potentially could get moved up. Jordan Grace could get moved up very quickly. Um, but Naomi deserves her flowers, everybody. For God's sake, guys, it's been 8 years since since she held the women's championship. And this is and even at that point, she was over, but this is the best character that we've seen from her. So seeing the promo and seeing just how well she has leaned into herself as a heel this second time around, because she was a heel back in 2016. You guys remember Team Bad, but I've been so unbelievably impressed. And really, what this is supposed to be about is Jade Cargill trying to get her over as the next star in the women's division. But what they've done is really done a great job of making both these women matter, make this feud matter. And in a lot of ways, this is maybe the most important women's match on this show, because the women's championship match, we've talked about what a dumpster fire that's been. It's the triple threat for the women's world title has been kind of just this big schmoz of just like, thrown together bits and kind of just, making it up as they go, which is fine because the three women involved in that match are three of the most over women in this company. But Naomi and Jade Cargill has had real heat, been building since November. And they've done an unbelievable job since Elimination Chamber of really heating this thing up to the point of it's one of the matches that I'm really, really looking forward to this weekend. But spinning it forward, I don't even care if Naomi loses. She's going to be the champion this year. I'm 100% confident in it. No matter how they get there, she'll win Money in the Bank some way. Naomi's going to be the champion at some point this year. And especially, listen, if they decide to not go with, Bianca turning heel and Bianca ends up winning the championship at some point, I could totally see a scenario where that plays into it, especially given the story that's been told already between those two women. So, um, man, I'm pumped up for this. Like it's like I said, non-title women's singles match between two black women and one of the most underappreciated talents, really, I think of honest to God, maybe the last decade in Naomi. Because I talked to, my sister who's a casual wrestling fan. She has loved and adored Naomi for years. And she got her chance to shine in TNA. She's come back and really shined in this role, and now getting a chance to branch off, not as a background piece, as her own character, has really just been a breath of fresh air. So I'm looking forward to this. I'm really excited. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I will see you guys soon. Thanks for subscribing to this channel. I will talk to you guys very soon on Off the Top Rope. Bye-bye.